Okay, here's a repair that I've never really had to do much before. I'm doing an AV famicom and NES-RGB, and I get it all done, and I stick in my power pack to do testing, and my controller is not responding. Now, what really screwed me up initially was the customer that sent me this had already started to desolder the PPU, so a bunch of the traces around the PPU were in pretty poor shape. You know, and after looking at them, they all look fine or whatever. And then I start playing with it, and I can hold, you know, kind of like bend up the controller end a little bit, and it starts working fine. And I was like, So I resoldered the pins under the controller port, right? No, they were fine. Oh, and I also did a zapper restore mod for the AV Famicom. I thought, well, one of those wires is shorting out, so I removed that, same problem. So, and then I pull the controller out, and I realize the end of this, it has a lot of corrosion in it. It's going to be a little bit difficult to show this on camera, but controller 1, there is a ton of corrosion down in those pins, and that's what's been the problem this whole time. Now I've got it working fine now, and all I've been doing was pushing in the controller end and pulling it out and just kind of resurfacing those pins that way. But I need a more permanent way to do this. My initial thought was to get one of those trailer wiring restore kits, like automotive type thing. But and that's exactly what it does. Is it takes a brush and goes around the pin and just kind of scratches it up and kind of refinishes it. And that's kind of what I was trying to do here, except I'm pretty sure everything in that kit is way too big for these pins, although I could be wrong, and if anybody has any suggestions, let me know. But I kind of thought maybe I'd pull a pin from the cord of a broken controller out of the head and maybe attach that to a drill and just use that somehow to go in there with the drill and just see if that works. Oh, I may have ruined it by now. There we go. Okay, so it's out. Get it out however you can. Maybe some people have a better idea how to do it. The wings pop out, and there's that. Now, all I'm really wanting to do is latch onto that pin right there into the drill. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to use the pin vise to hold it. Yeah, it's not quite working out either. There we go. I think this is just a little 3/8 chuck. This might have a little better luck actually holding on to it. Here we go. Not got the speed that my cordless does. Okay, so direction doesn't really matter either. Well, I hope that is going to do the trick. Let's go try that again. I don't think showing you a shot from the front is going to show you anything different than it looked before, honestly, because it still looks the same. Because I'm only actually shining up the sides and not the end, and the end is all I could really show you, you know, looking at it with the camera. So, controller test cart's in. Plug that up. Like I said, it was pretty well working fine just from plugging it in and out. But I think this is just a little bit better cleaning. And you can see it's still just a little bit wonky. And it's definitely not from flexing the actual ports, but from moving the actual controller end. I actually got a controller bad there now. So it's still not a perfect way to refinish those pins, which I wasn't expecting it to, but it's still got to be a lot better than it was. So yeah, if anybody knows a better way, like I might even try taking that thing apart and getting those pins out completely. That's something to look at too. Maybe we'll do that real quick. Well, the good news is I already had one desoldered from a parts top loader, and it may not be quite as corroded as this AV Fami one. Not sure how stuck those pins are actually in there. They may be molded in there the way they do not come out. Yeah, I think they are. That's too bad. Nope, it just doesn't want to come. So I'm going to have to find some way, like even sandpaper rolled up might be semi-doable. I'm not going to be able to roll it that tight in the opposite way. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Oh well. I guess we'll have to live with the trick of using the pin. Maybe if we added some kind of compound in there. I don't know. Anyway, just a trial and error kind of a thing.